Hey guys, in this video I want to talk a bit more about the Xbox One X Showcase event in London that was held on September 1st. Now as you already know, I did an in-depth Forza Motorsport 7 preview video already, but there was a lot more games and titles at the event that I haven't yet spoke about. I want to discuss the overall event and talk about the titles Microsoft had on show, as well as the overall experience of attending the Xbox One X Showcase in London. The titles on show included Forza Motorsport 7, Super Lucky's Tale, Sea of Thieves, Assassin's Creed Origins, Age of Empires Definitive Edition, Cuphead, Middle-earth Shadow of War, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, as well as the returning family titles that take advantage of Kinect, Disneyland Adventures, Disney Pixar Rush, and Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Collection. All of those three are out on October 31st. Microsoft also had a number of 4K titles to show on its new Xbox One X that have already been released. These included Gears of War 4, Quantum Break, Killer Instinct, and Rise of the Tomb Raider, all of which have been upgraded for the new hardware. In addition, Halo Wars 2's Awakening the Nightmare expansion was also on display, as well as Minecraft with the Better Together update, which enables crossplay between Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, Windows 10 PC, mobile, and VR. Obviously, Xbox One X was the star of the show. All titles were running on either the upgraded hardware or Windows 10 PC, and we also had a look at the Day 1 Project Scorpio edition, which Microsoft appropriately put a sign aside to say sold out, as well as the regular Xbox One X and Minecraft Xbox One S bundles, the latter of which actually does look fantastic in person, I must say. Microsoft didn't disclose how many units of the Xbox One X have been pre-ordered, but they did reveal that the console was the fastest pre-ordered Xbox system to date. Speaking of the Xbox One X, Microsoft has now also opened pre-orders for the new system worldwide in terms of the standard edition bundle. This is essentially the same Xbox One X in hardware, but without the limited edition Project Scorpio design and packaging. Both bundles are the same price, $499, €499, and £449, and they release worldwide on November 7th. Microsoft also highlighted its Xbox Design Lab controllers at the event, and they had tons of them on show, and you could also make your own one there and then as well. I want to show you a quick look at my custom one-of-a-kind E3 2017 controller. This one is beautiful. Xbox UK gave it to me when I attended E3 with them in June. It's a stunning controller, and if you look closely at it, it does say that it was made at E3. It's number 73 out of 1,000. Very nice indeed. I also actually want to show you my own designed controller as well. So this one I picked the colors and did the engraving myself. It has my gamertag Beetle Comet on it. I went with a lovely blue and red design, white buttons here, very subtle. It is quite hard actually, it's very difficult to actually see the engraving on the webcam, but this is the design I went for on my own Design Lab controller, and I'm really happy with it. These things are extremely cool, and Xbox UK actually allowed us to make our own one at the event, which was awesome. So a shout out to Xbox UK for sorting me out with both of those controllers and for inviting me over to the Xbox One X showcase event. In addition, Microsoft also told us that there's now over 130 games that are being enhanced for Xbox One X. These include both new and existing titles such as Far Cry 5 and LA Noire, as well as Forza Horizon 3, Project Cars 2, and F1 2017. A full list of Xbox One X enhanced titles can be found in the description, and this will be updated by Microsoft as new titles are confirmed. The enhancements for these Xbox One X titles include better performance, faster loading times, support for 4K resolution and high dynamic range, as well as higher graphical details and texture quality. So overall, it was a great event, and there was a lot of folks there that I knew, including Super GT. Many of you guys should know who he is, who I spent most of the event with. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. Naturally, my own hands-on time mainly focused on Forza Motorsport 7, where I dived into a bunch of my favourite tracks in the full game, including returning fan favourites like Maple Valley and Suzuka, as well as Prague and the Circuit of Spa-Francorchamps, and as well as the new Forza Drivers Cup career mode, which I think looks incredible. They actually also hooked me up with some very cool merchandise, I should say. Take a look at this Forza Motorsport 7 USB keyring. It's so cool, and the camera's probably not going to... Now it's focused on it. The camera's now focused on it. This thing is so cool, and I really like it. It's just a little USB flash drive that's also like a little chain, and it's a key with the Forza 7 logo on it. You can't get better than that. It's really awesome. And they also gave us these Forza Motorsport stickers, which actually have stickers on them for the Forza Racing Championship, Forza Horizon 3, Forza Motorsport 6 Apex even, and of course Forza 7. This is cool. I don't know yet what I want to put them on because each of them are different. So when you use one, that's it. But very, very cool, and thanks to Microsoft and Turn 10 for providing those at the event. I wish more game preview events gave out that kind of stuff because it's super cool. Outside of Forza, I felt like the Xbox One X enhanced titles though were some of the most interesting that were on show. Rise of the Tomb Raider is getting a great upgrade. It's getting the best treatment here with 3 unique game modes. There's a native 4K at 60 frames per second mode, an enriched graphical visuals mode, and a 60 FPS high frame rate mode, and players are allowed to choose whichever one suits them best. This is great news for 1080p TV owners like myself, as even if they do choose the 4K mode, they will still benefit from sharper textures thanks to super sampling technology. The new Xbox One X tech enhancements for Rise of the Tomb Raider, they're quite detailed, so I'm actually going to read some of them out here that they noted to us. This includes HDR display support for more vibrant and accurate color representation technology, spatial audio support including Dolby Atmos for true 3D audio, enhanced texture resolution for Lara Croft NPCs and environments, and these leverage additional memory offered by Xbox One X. There's improved anti-aliasing for immersive realistic details, and there's also improved volumetric lights, improved reflections, enhanced foliage, upgraded polygonal detail, and amplified texture filtering. Rise of the Tomb Raider, the upgrades there are sound amazing. Like, the game already looked incredible on base Xbox One hardware, so I'm really excited to see the upgrades on Xbox One X, so I'll definitely be revisiting that title when it receives the upgrade in November. Quantum Break, meanwhile, uses something that's called a temporal reconstruction technique that uses previous frames to create an end result to try and exceed the quality of its native resolution. So it might sound a little bit confusing, but this, combined with a multi-sampling, enabled a clean image on standard Xbox One hardware with ran at 720p. So essentially what they're trying to do is the game runs at 720p, but they tried to produce an image that more accurately would look like 1080p, even though it's not 1080p. It's kind of a little bit like checkerboarding. Xbox One X, the Xbox One X version of the game is actually going to offer a 4 times resolution boost of 1440p, so that's a big upgrade over 720p, so it's a great improvement, and it results in a much cleaner image over the base Xbox One version, though it isn't as sharp as the native 4K picture would be. Textures are also improved quite a lot, and there's also a 1080p mode to complement the 1440p mode. Now, considering you have a 1440p mode, the 1080p mode might seem like an odd addition, and this one was actually discovered by Digital Foundry. They said this is most likely here to ensure the smoothest possible performance, and it still offers a notable upgrade over standard Xbox One X hardware. So maybe if you're noticing some frame drops on the 1440p mode, you could drop it down to 1080p to eliminate any performance issues. Of course, Microsoft also actually had Super Lucky's Tale at the event, and that will launch day and date with the Xbox One X console. This is a very cute, delightful platformer, and I'm actually kind of excited to play it, but it won't be a system seller, if you get what I mean. Crackdown 3 was actually also supposed to be out on the same day, but has been pushed back to spring 2018. So that leaves us with Forza Motorsport 7, which is being pitched as the showcase title for the system, and oh boy, does it not look good. It looks incredible. I am very excited to play the full version when it comes out, but I'm also even more excited in a way to revisit it on Xbox One X in November to really see those visual improvements. Another game actually receiving upgrades that I haven't talked much about is Gears of War 4. It's receiving the upgrade treatment on Xbox One X and will run in native 4K resolution at 30 FPS in its campaign and horde modes, and then in 60 FPS in competitive versus multiplayer. There's also HDR support, as well as higher resolution textures, improved draw distances, and Dolby Atmos support for the best audio experience in the business. I actually got to have a sample of this way back at E3 with the Dolby Atmos, the HDR, the 4K, everything, and it was an incredible experience. It's an impressive upgrade, but I do wish the Coalition would offer a 60 FPS mode as well for those of us who would prefer better performance in the campaign and horde modes. Outside of games, Microsoft was also showing its Mixer technology at the event, including new live streaming from mobile devices and co-streaming in games. Microsoft was also there to show off its new Xbox One UI that's currently in preview testing and will be launching this fall. In addition to that, there was also a hands-on experience for an original Xbox title running on Xbox One via backwards compatibility. This was Fusion Frenzy, and it provides a near identical experience to the game running on its original hardware, but now with the benefits of Xbox One added, such as game DVR and Mixer live streaming. It's worth also mentioning that State of Decay 2 and Crackdown 3 were not at the showcase event. These were odd omissions, but given their 2018 release dates, Microsoft will likely use future opportunities to highlight these titles. Sea of Thieves, meanwhile, while it's also supposed to launch in 2018, this has always been updated with new content in its technical alpha, which is available to players at home today. And Microsoft are going to use events like to showcase new missions and features at various different events. Rare's Pirate Adventure is shaping up to be a wonderful game, and every time I play it I always do leave with a smile on my face, so I'm very excited to see more updates to Sea of Thieves as we approach its release date. Overall, that was everything on show at the Xbox One X showcase event in London earlier this month. It's great that we can finally talk about the event and titles on show, because the embargo lasted for nearly 3 weeks, so it's great to be able to finally talk about it, and I'd like to give a massive thank you again to Xbox UK for having me there. So, a lot of cool stuff. Thanks to them again for hooking me up with the awesome Design Lab controllers and the Forza swag, because that stuff is amazing. I'm going to be doing more stuff with Design Lab controllers in the future, and I want to try and maybe integrate some community-based creations into them. So I'm going to have to think about it and see what I can come up with. Other than that, have you guys pre-ordered an Xbox One X, and what games launching this year and beyond excite you the most? Discuss in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!